Hi, lovelies. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Martucci. I'm a psychic medium, certified crystal healer, paranormal investigator, Duchess of Donuts. I love me some Sasquatch. Anything weird or strange or unexplainable, it makes my nippies hard. Welcome you guys to the free weekly reading. This is your first time joining us here. This is where I pull 3 piles of cards. First I talk about some of the astrofuckery. We'll get into that in a second. And then I'll pull 3 piles of cards. You pick any and all that you're drawn to. After I talk about the bullshit going on up in the sky, then we kind of get into what each one of the card piles means. All right, so guys, we're officially in Libra season. It is also Mercury Retrograde today. We've been feeling the slowdown, though, for like the past couple weeks. So things have been bonkers. I think that's putting it nicely. But I do feel like usually whenever Mercury goes retrograde, like communication, traveling, anything with electronics as a part of it or is what makes it up, things just go fucking haywire. So please, 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 whatever you do during Mercury retrograde, take it fucking slow. Take it slow and steady, okay? I want to say too, with Libra season being here, this is an air sign. They're all about communication, even though they're ruled by Venus, which is like love, beauty, money. These guys are all about making those connections. It's all in who you know. They also are huge into beautifying themselves and dressing nicely and the finest makeup and the finest things. They want to be surrounded by beauty. So it'll be interesting, I think, for the next couple weeks here, including with Mercury retrograde being here for most of Libra season, if not all of it. Really, this is the time where we get out and we socialize. We're talking with people. It's fall season. Everybody wants to get out and connect. But with Mercury going retrograde, things might be going a little fucking crazy. Our travel plans might be postponed or things might get jacked the fuck up. Make sure your car is in good working order. Honestly, the time for that would have been a couple weeks ago, the beginning of September, but we're here now, and if you've got a chance to make sure your car's looking good, make sure that your car's together. Make sure you're putting gas in it. You're paying attention to like the earthly, worldly things. When we're in an air season, it can be really easy to not be grounded, to be all over the place. Coming out of Virgo season, though, going into air season, it can be nice. There can be a lift in the air where, you know, that earth season is very grounded. It's practical. It's realistic. And sometimes it can get really heavy. With air season, it's kind of like happiness and talking and conversations and spending time with each other, exchanging information, gossip. Just make sure that we chill out on the gossip. You don't want to do that because your ass will get caught, especially during Mercury retrograde. Also, can I say the biggest thing during Mercury retrograde? Do not text your ex. No, I'm talking to you. If I could boop you on the nose, I would. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't text your ex. Okay? Fuck. Don't do it. So anybody also too, this would be a good time to anything, rework, redo, re-edit. And you're like, but Sarah, you said don't text your ex. Yeah, don't. Leave them in the dust. They were assholes. Let them be. All of a sudden now, because you're feeling good and you're ready to like have some fun, does it mean all of a sudden that they're okay? So if you do go to reconnect with anybody, make sure that they're doing their fucking work, that they're showing up, and recognize too that like if somebody's not doing their work, the same old thing is going to happen here. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. Ain't nobody got time for that, y'all. So no texting ex, no getting crazy with all that bullshit. Take care of yourself. And anytime any planets go retrograde, which there's like 80, like all 4 of them, 80, 100 million, all of them are retrograde right now. That's what it feels like. They should be going direct here in October and November, so things should start to lighten up with that. But it's directing us inward. So just know all this inward stuff that's going on, it's been difficult, it's been hard, but it's really good around figuring out what we want, finding clarity around who we are now and what goals maybe have changed for us, maybe where our power is. Pluto, maybe what we need to buckle down and get to working on with Saturn. Maybe around change and like beautiful things around liberation and freedom and radical change, Uranus. So just know all these planets that are going retrograde are just asking us to look inward and ask ourselves, what do we need to work on here? What do we need to face? What have we been actively avoiding? And how can we pump the brakes on that and really take care of ourselves? So don't worry, things will go direct soon enough. But again, when it's inward, it's difficult, but it's good work. Don't shy away from it. I want to say too, kind of last thing with Libras, like they're not known for necessarily, and this isn't all Libras, but maybe as an overarching theme with Libra, they aren't necessarily known, or any of the air signs, with being like emotionally deep. It's bullshit. Any sign can be emotionally deep, but with this air sign, they want to have fun. They want it to be bubbly and good, and like they don't want anything to be heavy. So maybe look for ways this week that you can lighten your mood if things have gotten difficult. Maybe look for things that you love to do. Watch your favorite comedy. Do what you can to laugh or to get out and to have a good time. Maybe even to poke some fun at yourself if you've gotten too serious. That's hard, but necessary. So, especially for other people that like to take themselves too seriously, it's really cathartic to laugh at yourself, poke a little fun at yourself, and then get back to taking care of you. All right, you guys, enough of this astro fuckery. I'm fucking done with all of it. I'm done. 2022 is coming up, and I haven't even processed 2014. So we're just gonna do what we can. Time is an illusion. All right. Next screen is going to be the cards. Pick any and all piles that you're drawn to. It does not matter. And then after that, I'm going to post in there what each pile means. See you guys in a sec. All right, you guys, if you pick card pile number 1, here's your gorgeous cards. The first card you picked is the 3 of Swords. Oh boy, let's talk about it. The next card you pulled is a major arcana card. Talk about major change, major evolution, major movement forward. You pulled the Moon. Hooty hoo. And then finally you pulled the 4 of Wands. So I do want to say with this, with the 3 of Swords showing up, a lot of times this can talk about like a deep hurt or betrayal that happened to us. It feels as though, and if you notice the chick on the card, man, she's nursing that full moon around the heart and gut area. So something here really got you good. So either this could have been like a breakup with a friendship, maybe this was a breakup of your marriage or a really important relationship, maybe you're no longer talking to like a family member, or maybe you just started kind of facing some deeper traumas that have been going on in your life. This is around a love relationship. This could have been like a third party situation where you found out maybe you got cheated on, maybe you were the cheater. Like, we're dealing with some heavy, darker themes here around pain and betrayal and literally feeling like someone stabbed our fucking heart. This shit hurts. Now, what's interesting with this is the moon coupled with this card really talks about like facing your fears, facing that shadow aspect of you, maybe even asking yourself, like, what part did I have to play in this? What did I do to add to the fuckery and chaos? Or maybe even like facing your shadow side and saying, okay, how can I do better here? Because I don't want this to repeat. Maybe you've noticed that there's been a cycle that continually like keeps coming up, or maybe even two with this card because it talks about our intuition. You knew something was up and you didn't trust yourself. You disregarded it and it came back to bite you in the asshole. How fucking rude. Can I say this though? This beautiful card, the 4 of Wands, this is a card of celebration and really coming home. And in terms of a love relationship, this is like building like the perfect family home with somebody. But I think this card and these cards really feel like more like this has been a personal journey that you've been going through. So I want to say this card feels more like I'm tuning into my intuition. I faced my shadow work shit and I'm really starting to show up for myself. I'm not going to let that situation repeat again, whether you were the person hurting another or whether somebody hurt you here, or maybe it was back and forth. Whatever happened here, you're coming home to yourself. I'm really fucking proud of you because this has been incredibly hard work, and especially facing yourself and maybe the hand that you had to play in this some way, shape, or form. So just know I'm proud of you. I see you in the work that you're doing. And just know that the more that you trust your intuition, the more that you trust yourself, the more that you come home to yourself, I feel like it's easier to deal with whatever bullshit comes up in the world. So don't be afraid to love again. Don't be afraid to trust again. And most importantly, do not be afraid to trust yourself. If you don't, these kind of situations are going to continue to happen, just with different players. So ain't nobody got time for that. Love on yourself and take care of you. Come home to you and celebrate how far you've come with all the work that you've done. Well done, you guys. All right, you guys, and if you picked card pile number 2, here's your beautiful cards. The first one you got is the 4 of Cups. Second card you got is the Tower. It's a major arcana card, and we'll talk about it. And third card you got is another major arcana card. You got Temperance. So I want to say with the Four of Cups, this card always comes up when it talks about an offer being here for you, but you're unable to see it because of something that you're focused on that you didn't get. So something happened here where maybe there was an offer on the table for you. This could be in business, this could be in love, this could be in friendship or family. Doesn't matter, but there was an offer on the table and maybe you missed it because you were so focused on what you didn't get that thing kind of passed you by. Can I say, though, too, that what's meant for you can't miss you? So if you're feeling like you're really fucked up here, take a second to face yourself and recognize that maybe we have a tendency here to not be cognizant of all the beautiful, happy, amazing things that are going for us. Or maybe we're one of those people that, like, when one bad thing happens, the whole day is ruined, even though a lot of other beautiful things happen. But because we didn't get that one thing, everything blew the fuck up. We can't keep doing that. We can't keep doing that because not only is it draining your energy, but it's making you miss opportunities that you would really love to get, or that may have been a beautiful new open doorway to something that you actually wanted. Now, with the Tower showing up here, I want to say to you that it actually got worse. It did. Something blew the fuck up here. So usually when the Tower shows up here, I usually see it as a fight or a big throwdown or something that came the fuck out of the blue. So a lot of times too, this can even talk about information showing up that just blew your fucking shit up. Or maybe it was even the realization that I missed a beautiful opportunity while I was over here focused on some other bullshit that I should have just fucking let go of. You live, you learn, and you do better. Can I say that? And that it's okay sometimes to make these mistakes. This is what guarantees us not only paying attention, but knowing the next time we ain't gonna do that again. Because y'all, with the Temperance showing up here, she's saying, guess what? It's balance time. So not only do we need to rebuild here just in terms of how we're going to handle our shit going forward, we're no longer going to let things that slip out of our hands, we're not going to hold on tightly anymore. If something's got to go, it's got to fucking go. We're no longer going to hold on. We're just not. And whatever's meant to come back will find its way back to you if it's meant to be. So I want to say too, with Temperance, not only is this around balance, but like moderation. So just know, whatever the fuck went down here that we feel like we lost, and it blinded us to another opportunity, and then we realized we lost that opportunity too, pick your pieces back up, build yourself back up, build your confidence back up, and remember the way forward and to work past or through the situation is to find moderation, is to find your peace, is to find balance in the situation. And that's evening everything out, recognizing that sometimes things that aren't meant for us, they've got to go and we've got to let them go. Release your grip or stand back with your perspective and look at the whole situation next time something happens and thank God for closed doors. All right, you guys, and if you picked card pile number 3, oh, fuck you too, Mercury Retrograde. Here's the cards that you got. The first one is the 7 of Crystals. Second card you got is the Ace of Crystals. And the final card you got is another major arcana card, the Magician. So I want to say to you guys, this one's pretty easy for me to interpret. I really feel like this has to do around business and work. The reason I'm saying that is when the 7 of Crystals shows up, this really talks about like a pause in your journey, or maybe even you're kind of worried that like things aren't moving. Maybe with my business, again, this could be a relationship. I feel like this has to do with career though. Things haven't been moving. I didn't understand what was going on, but like this time was literally meant for you to sit the fuck down and reprioritize your goals. Something has changed. And so we need to sit down and really make sure that where we're going, what we're doing is actually aimed towards what the fuck we want. Now, with that being said, can I say the Ace of Crystals coming up is a gorgeous omen and a beautiful, massive yes sign around that work and that money coming the fuck in. This may even have been like, for example, like a new idea that came in, or maybe a new product that I want to put out there for my clients. So just know, also too, with the Ace of Crystals, like this can even talk about possibly here a new birth or fertility in some way, shape, or form too. So also, if you've been hoping to get pregnant, please know that I do feel like there's going to be an opportunity coming up here, or that pregnancy is absolutely a possibility here, because this also does talk about the possibility of pregnancy. So does the Ace of Cups, but I also read the Ace of Pentacles as that too. But I feel like this more has to do with career. So just know here, we're going to have to take a couple leaps of faith. If you notice in the card, there's 4 sets of wings on the corners here. I also want to say with Earth Element too, it's kind of asking you, like, you don't necessarily have to take action here, more than just being open to the opportunities that are about to present themselves. So it's enough to have this idea. Maybe if you want to start taking action, please go for it. But also just make sure that these ideas and these things that I'm coming up with, these new products that I want to put out there, the things that I want to do, is it really lining up with my goals? This is really important. Now, my favorite card of the whole group is the Magician. Man, when the Magician shows the fuck up, this is like you're using all your gifts and it literally asks you, how are you going to share your gifts and talents with the world? So if this was about a relationship, maybe this was like a pause time. Now you guys are getting a new beginning here around like working together as a team or a group. And then the Magician is saying, pull out all the stops. Show them who you are. Do not be afraid to be who you are. This is around career or your business stuff. Again, this was a pause in your journey. That's all this was, so that you could get clear on your own personal goals, so that you can move forward with the business that you're creating here. And with the Ace of Crystals, this is a gorgeous omen around that money coming in, or you've got a great idea and you should act on it. And also be open to the new opportunities coming your way that should be showing up this week. And the Magician saying, how are you going to share your gifts and talents with the world? This is important. This could even talk about like you starting a YouTube channel or doing Facebook Lives, or just really starting to put your work out there, letting people know who you are, what you're about, and what you bring to the table. And I can promise you, it's something absolutely fucking gorgeous. Do not be afraid to share who you are and what you're about with the world. The world's ready for it. Bring it on. Tally fucking ho. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me for the free weekly reading. I hope you guys fucking enjoyed this. Makeup and Mediumship is going to be back next month. I need some time to record some new episodes, so just know that that'll be next month, right before Halloween, and I'll have some extra spooky episodes I'm creating for you guys. Some of my scariest interactions I've had with Spirit, and I can't wait to bring this to you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if your card piles resonated for you. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.